Hello, dear students. I welcome you all on behalf of Sri Jendra Rangjong classes. Dear student, we are in continuation of the chapter that is environmental issue, and we are discussing the pollution. In that, we have discussed about the air pollution, and as a part of air pollution, we are going to discuss the noise pollution. Okay. So, if we talk about the noise pollution, what it is? So it is usually defined as an unwanted sound which is being dumped into the atmosphere to disturb the unwilling ears. Okay, it is a what unwanted sound, any unwanted sound. If you are if you are playing with the crackers, that is also unwanted sound. If we are loudspeaker musics are there, that is also unwanted sound for some person. For some person, it may not be. So it is an unwanted sound which is being dumped into the atmosphere to disturb the unwilling ears. Okay, so the quality of our environment is judged apart from other factor by the amount of noise present. So noise has been defined as an unwanted sound which is being dumped into the. Obviously, the noise is going to adversely affect our physiological as well as mental health. Noise is measured by a sound meter. Noise is measured by obviously a sound meter and it is expressed in a unit that is called a decibel. So this noise is going to be expressed in a unit called decibel. Any value more than 80 decibel causes a noise pollution. Any value more than 80 decibel causes a noise pollution. So up to noise pollution 80 decibel, it is okay. But when it becomes a 140 decibel, then it becomes unbearable. So noise becomes unbearable at 140 decibels. Okay. Now, the quietest sound that man's ear can detect is known as threshold of hearing. Okay. A noise that hurts one's ear and gives headache, it is called a threshold pain. Okay, so threshold of pain is the maximum, or we can say the sound that man ear can detect. The role of sound vibration is measured in cycles per sound, that is hertz. The ear is potentially liable to damage if it receives high intensity of noise. Noise in general is a physical form of pollution, and it has no persistent adverse effect on the life supporting system but has a direct effect on the recipients. Okay, persistent effects are not that, but direct effects are there. So if you talk about some of the range of this particular noise, so for moderate conversion is 60 decibel, or we can say for the normal conversation it is 60 decibel, or we can say 30 to 60 decibel is a normal range. But the loud conversation can be 70 decibel. Scooter has a 80 decibel of sound. Truck or bus produces a 90 decibel noise. Jet aeroplane 150 decibel noise, and rocket one up to 180 decibel of noise. Okay, so that becomes an unbearable one. Okay. If we talk about a zone-wise permissible ambient noise levels, that is acoustic zoning we call. So if we talk about a zone-wise permissible ambient noise levels are given below according to the Central Pollution Control Board, and it includes industrial, commercial, resident, and silent zone. In industrial zone, in day period that is 6 to 21 hours, or and during night 21 to 6 hours if we talk, that is obviously 6 p.m. to 21 p.m. and in night it is 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Then in industrial it should be 75 decibel, and in night it should be 70 decibel. Okay, then if it is commercial area it should be 65 decibel and it is a 55 decibel. In residential area, day during should be 55 decibel and 45 decibel during night, and silent zone 50 decibel and 40 decibel. That should be the particular ranges. Okay. Now, if we talk about the sources of noise pollution, noise can either be natural by thundering sound or a man-made. Main sources of man-made noise pollution are: one is the annoying and damaging sound of various industries. These are particularly man-made noise pollution. Then defense material like rocket and tank that are also producing the noises, that is also we can say what man-made noises. Entertainment sources like record player, radio, cassettes player, loudspeaker, that all are particularly we can say the entertainment tools that are also causing a noise pollution. Transport automobiles and other vehicles like truck, buses, they are also responsible for producing a noise pollution. Now, what will be the effects of noise pollution? So, effect of noise pollution include: noise causes some serious damaging effects, which are briefed as below. First is diminish hearing. So noise damage the ear. It causes temporary or permanent noise induced hearing loss. It may cause a temporary or permanent hearing loss depending on the intensity and the duration of the noise level. It is also known as that it leads to the auditory fatigue and may finally lead to the deafness as well. Okay, so that much particularly it has a sub effect. A sudden loud noise of any explosion, that is important, may damage the tympanic membrane permanently. So sudden noise may be unbearable. And sudden noise is more harmful than the continuous one. Obviously, sudden noise is too harmful. Factory workers suffer chronic hearing loss after many years of occupational noise begin exposure. Okay. It is also known that it has an adverse effect on the thinking and the coordination of the limbs. The noise affects verbal communication, on which we depend in all kinds of environment. Noise increases blood cholesterol level, causes a high blood pressure, digestive spasm can be there, decrease heart output, and defective night and color vision can also lead from these particular things. So it impairs the development of nervous system of unborn babies. It can impair the development of nervous system of unborn babies, which leads to the abnormal behavior of the later life. So because of this, pregnant ladies are advised to stay away from the noise producing areas. So this is the what we can say sources of noise pollution. Now, what are the methods to control the noise pollution or to reduce the noise pollution? So to reduce the noise pollution, it can be controlled by following measure, and the first thing is the green muffler scheme. Now, what it is? Green muffler scheme says that trees such as neem and asoga has the ability to absorb a sound variation to a great extent. So the plantation of these neem trees and asoka trees on both sides of road around a silent zone reduces the menace of our noise pollution. We can reduce the particular noise pollution. Apart from this, sound absorbing material should be used to reduce the industrial noise also. Then noise producing agencies should be located far away from the residential areas. It should be away from the residential areas, and vehicular traffic should be directed away from the human dwelling, educational institutes, and the hospital. Okay, it should be away from these things. And general awareness should be developed among the people to minimize the noise pollution in the environment. So, okay, so that is what particularly we can say the noise pollution. And in control of noise pollution, one more thing we can do, that is we can delimitate or we can limit delimitation of horn free zone around hospitals and schools. Then one more thing we can do, that is a use of earplugs and earmuffs, and specifically traffic police personnel and factory workers exposed to high noise pollution should be provided with ear plugs and earmuffs. Okay, so that is what we can say about the noise pollution. Okay, and it is obviously a part of air pollution. So I hope you have understood this. Okay, thank you, everyone.